So I have though allowed everyone, means like they can unmute themselves. So good evening, everyone, and welcome for today's session. Today's session is on effective communication helps to develop confidence. And Ravinder Kaur ma'am is going to conduct today's session. So I welcome everyone. And before I introduce our speaker today, I would like to tell you about myself and HTH. So HTH is Healing Towards Happiness, and we work for anxiety, mental health, emotional health. We work for goal setting, clarity, and if anybody is having any blockages regarding the confusion or they are having any confusion in their life, so they can connect with us. We are there on Instagram, we are on Facebook and LinkedIn. So you can connect with us. We have counselors and therapists attached with us. We have council members, team members, and now speakers also with us who can conduct several webinars on our platform. So the basic idea is that we give ear to the people of all age groups to understand them, what problem they are facing, and give them the basic counseling. So here basic counseling means we give, after understanding their problem, we suggest them what they can go for. But if anybody requires one-to-one sessions, then they are paid sessions, and whichever the counselor or therapist they want to go for, they can connect with that through HTH platform. Our mission is to reach by 2025 million people, and we can address the issues actually. And that's the reason that we are conducting free webinars through our platform, and we are not charging anything. You can also be the part of HTH by participating or by joining us as a council member or as a team member or as a speaker. For council member, there are certain responsibilities you have to follow. So there are only few seats now remaining in all the age group, that is 17 to 30, 13 to 17. Then it is 18 to 25 and 25 beyond. So in all the age groups, hardly 1 or 2 seats are vacant where you can enroll yourself as a council member. As a team member also, you can conduct webinars, but for the particular months. And again, you have certain responsibilities by becoming a team member. As a speaker, as many people were approaching to us that they want to join our HTH, but they don't want to take any responsibilities as such because they are already burdened with many other responsibilities. So now there is a chance that you can be speaker. You can use this platform. You can conduct webinars by depositing nominal amount. For all these places or all these seats, we have already posted links on our social media, so you can join through them. You can also direct message me if you want to know more about HTH. So I am Preeti Mehrotra. I am Healing Towards Happiness founder and chairwoman. Apart from this, I am clarity, career, and parenting coach. I'm public speaker and an author of the book Accepting Children Unconditionally. So today's webinar is on effective communication, and we all know that how important effective communication is. If you are able to deliver if we are able to communicate effectively, definitely we are able to convey what we want to deliver, and we are able to deliver and convey our ideas to others. So for this, we have our speaker today, Ravinder ma'am. She is retired teacher, and she's also a resource person of All India Educator Forum. So over to you, Ravinder ma'am.
Thank you so much, Preeti ma'am, for the introduction. Presently, I'm working with Sagar Public School as English teacher, as English subject expert, and there I'm taking classes 9th, 10th, 11th. And I'm very happy that you have given this opportunity to me. So here I'm starting my PPT, my presentation on the topic. I hope it is visible, ma'am.
Yeah, it's visible. So before Ravinder ma'am starts, I just want to tell that about Ravinder ma'am that though she is retired teacher and she has again joined the Sagar Public School, and still she keeps on learning. Every now and then she's learning something new. She has adapted herself towards the new challenges and new changes, and Though she has not conducted many webinars, but yes, again, she has initiated and she asked me that she wants to conduct webinars through our platform. So a huge round of applause to you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, Preeti ma'am. So here we start with effective communication helps to develop confidence. This we all know. So here we are starting. Yes. The thing is, from this platform, what I thought was, if we are taking some somewhere else, then we can talk of only English. But here, as it is healing towards happiness, so how the person who is lacking the confidence, what happens with him, that also we are going to discuss. So the thing is, as communication is very important, as it is the process of exchanging thoughts and ideas to convey the message, which is so important. So if any person is lacking in that, so what happens with that person? If you lack confidence when you speak English, you may do one or more of these things without realizing it. It is not only English. If we talk of any language, if we are not able to express ourselves, if we are not confident enough, then it happens automatically. We speak in short. The person who is there, he will not be able to express himself very clearly. Speak too softly and speak too fast or unclearly, because the person is not confident whether this particular sentence is correct or not correct. So that is the problem. So he will not definitely speak in a clear manner. But the thing is, when you are communicating, your message should be clear. It should reach to the receiver properly, so that the purpose is not defeated of sending the ideas or presenting the ideas. So now we will see the reason of lack of confidence. Why does it happen? The main cause is the lack of confidence of learners in their ability to speak English. If they are having some lack of confidence, they are like practicing, but whenever they face the people, the audience, they forget. And not only that, if remember there was some time when people were just learning and they were not able to express themselves, so how hesitant they become. In this case, when the person is not confident, in this case, the learners prefer to keep silent only because they are not able to express. The educators, those who have joined, I would like to ask them, don't they feel that some of the children are just silent in the classes? They are listening, but they are just silent. So why it is so? That is only the reason only is because they cannot express themselves. So they just keep quiet. While other learners are showing that they are talking to learners who lack confidence. So they are just silent and they don't want to express anything. Learners do not believe in themselves. They do not believe how to express themselves. If it is possible to achieve fluency or master vocabulary, what they have to do, they don't know. So that's why they, lack confidence. They don't have the guidance, what to do and when to do. So we have to think that why is self-esteem important for mental health? Here from this platform, we are talking about how to do the healing. So here the question is, if our self-esteem is low, so why it is so important for us to get into the self-confidence and good mental health? According to American Psychological Association, having high self-esteem is key to positive mental health and well-being. It is so important. See, supposing you are going to give a lecture somewhere and you are not confident inside. So what will happen? You will get anxiety and, you will have that hesitation of speaking, palpitation. So many things will happen inside you. And high self-esteem matters because it helps you develop coping skills, handle adversity, and put the negative into perspective. See, if you are confident enough, if you have high self-esteem, naturally, whatever you want to convey to others, that is done automatically. That is done confidently. So it is so important for us. So how does self-esteem play a role in mental health? Self-esteem impacts our decision-making process if we are not confident enough, if we have not mastered the language. So we'll not be able to decide what to say, when to say, how to say, isn't it? So relationships, your emotional health and your overall well-being, they are all connected. They will all be affected. It also influences motivation, as people with healthy positive view of themselves understand their potential and may feel inspired to take on new challenges. Those who are confident enough, they have all the courage to influence the people. Those who can convey their ideas, they can win people. Those who can have the method of conveying the people, they can, get good business. They can have good ties with people. So it is so important to have good high self-esteem. So now let us come to the communication. So what is effective communication? Effective communication is the process of exchanging ideas, thoughts, opinions, knowledge, and data so that the message is received and understood with clarity and purpose. When we communicate effectively, both the sender and receiver feel satisfied. If I have told something and the person who is listening to me is not able to understand, naturally the purpose will be defeated, isn't it? See, there are different tones of saying things. Supposing you have to say to somebody, please listen to me. So in different manners, people say this. If you are happy, then you'll say, please listen to me. And if you are in a worried mode, you say, please listen to me. And if you are in a very angry mode, you will say, please listen to me. So there are different ways of saying things. So we have to be very, very particular about what we are going to say, to whom we are going to say, and what is the purpose of saying. So here are characteristics of effective communication. Number one is clear message. When you are speaking, when you are sending somebody some message, it should be clear. It should not be doubtful. What is your purpose? What are you going to do? What are you going to say? That must be given clearly in the message. Other one is correct message. Supposing I have got some message from my authorities, so I have to give the message to the other colleagues. I must give it in a proper manner. It should be correctly conveyed. It should not happen that whatever I have heard, I have modified it in my own manner and given. No, then the purpose will be defeated. And complete message, whatever you are speaking, whatever you want to say, the message should reach the receiver in complete manner. And then precise message. Whenever you are writing or you are saying something, do not use such a language which is not understandable by the receiver. So write in short, speak in short, but speak clearly and more in a more reliable manner. So then whatever next is reliability. Characteristic of effective communication is reliability. Whatever you are speaking, it should be truthful. People should rely on that, whatever you are speaking. It should not be said that whatever you have heard from here, there, and you are communicating to others. No, it should not be done. So consideration of the recipient. What happens is you have to understand to whom you are communicating with. If you are communicating with the junior students, then you have a different way of speaking and telling them. If you are communicating your message to the classes from 9 to 12, then definitely your process of telling the things will be different. So that's the way it goes on. Then sender's courtesy. Whatever message you are giving, it should be in a polite manner only. Then your effective communication is done. Another one is effective communication skills. Now let us understand what are the skills. Observance. See, when you are speaking, you have to be very, very observant. You have to see whether your audience, they are listening or not. the one with whom you are talking, with whom you are conveying your message, is listening or not. You have to be very, very observant. What is the reaction of the people? When you tell something, the reaction should also be noted. And that is the reason how you make your relationships. That is the way how you develop your relationship with others. And we can say this is how you win people for your business. And this is how you win the heart of your students in the classes. And then when you are having this ability, it should be your communication should be having the clarity and brevity. It should not be like that you are elaborating your things and they are not understandable. So it should be very, very clear whatever you are conveying. Listening and understanding. Now, dear educators, those who have come here, can you unmute yourself and tell me, like, how do you speak? First, or you can write in the chat box. Am I audible? You can write in the chat box.
You are audible. What you want
I want to know is that listening is how listening is important. Anybody can tell?
Yeah, you can raise hand if anybody wants to initiate, or you can unmute yourself, those who have that right.
Yes, Reena ma'am, I would like to hear. Some messages have come.
Let me check. Reena ma'am, you can unmute yourself.
Yes, please.
Yeah, you can unmute yourself.
Yeah, now the dialog box.
Kanchan ma'am has also
Thank
raised
you,
her
ma'am.
hand.
Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah, ma'am, before becoming a good speaker, one has to be good listener. Then only we can learn.
Yes.
And we can respond.
Exactly. Kanchan ma'am has also raised the hand. Kanchan ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, please. We would like to hear from you.
Yes, ma'am. I agree with you and the ma'am who just put her point right now. I totally agree. I think to understand the problem, if we listen properly, we will be able to understand the problem, and only then will we be able to give the solution to the problem. Like,
Right.
be it a problem or be it a situation, anything. If we have to give our uh, input, then if we don't listen to it properly, we'll not be able to give it. Right.
Exactly. One more question I would like to ask the people, those who are present here with me, the learned people, please tell me, when does the child speak? In the beginning of his life. Yes, please.
When he listens and understands?
At what age?
I think 1.5. It depends. I mean, some speaks early, some speaks little late.
Can we say 6 months? After 6 months?
Yeah, it means like they started
Yeah.
sounds like this, right?
6 months. In the beginning, he utters only few words. Mama,
Ma'am,
papa,
the
like that.
child expresses himself the, moment baby borns. It takes the birth.
Right.
When it cries, it is showing us that now he is little uncomfortable,
Yes.
coming out
The
of the
signs
womb.
are there in crying.
Yeah, the
and
signs are
smiling and
there.
all that.
So,
Yes.
yeah,
And
the child can't speak, but can express his
reactions.
reactions. Yeah.
So now the thing is, ma'am, what I'm trying to say is a child starts speaking the first word, mama, papa, after listening for 6 months, isn't it? So listening is so important. This is what I want to emphasize. When we are talking to the small baby, that time we don't know what whether he is storing everything in his brain or not, but he or she is. That's why after storing the data, then they start, baby starts speaking. This is what I want to say. So that is a lesson for all of us, that listening is so important. And when we listen carefully, then only we understand. See, we say What is that? Can anybody tell me what is the difference between listening and hearing? Yes,
Ma'am, very big difference, huge difference.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, hearing is whatever we are, the sounds are coming even if we are not paying attention.
Yes.
And listening is when we are listening to someone and absorbing whatever the message the speaker is, trying to convey to us.
Yes. Great, ma'am. Excellent. So the thing, yes, ma'am. So the thing is that we have to be a good listener. If we listen, then only we can produce. Then only we can understand what the other person is trying to say and how we have to speak. This is what we have to teach to our students in the classes, that they have to be good listener, isn't it? Then another point, another effective skill that is required by us is emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence means when we are speaking, we have to connect ourselves with our listener. If we are unable to, connect with our students in the class, then there will not be any learning or teaching or any of the message being conveyed. It is such an important thing. So next is self-efficacy, means what capabilities you are having. If you are having the belief in yourself that I will be able to produce, then only you can produce, isn't it? Otherwise you cannot produce. And self-confidence, after revising, after listening to everything, then you develop the self-confidence and respectfulness towards the listener. You cannot speak anything to someone which is going to be offended by anyone. So you have to keep in mind that if you have to make friends with others, you have to speak what they want to listen, isn't it? How are you winner of the hearts of the people? When you know what do they want to listen. If you are not, capable of capturing their hearts, their attention, then nobody will bother what you are telling, isn't it? So no verbal communication, we have to be, always very, very effective. And non-verbal communications, what are they? That is, one thing is there that we speak and we convey from our words. Another is non-verbal, that is our body language. How you are speaking, how you are standing, what is your eye contact, your way of expression, your facial expression, everything, tells people what is in your heart, what you want to say, whether you are happy, you are sad, or you are angry, what is the matter with you today, how you are feeling, everything is conveyed. They say when you enter the class, there should be a smile on your face so that the students are happy enough to see that the teacher has come and she will do something new with us. That is very, very important. So selection of right medium, how you are going to convey, that you have to definitely think that how you will convey. Then providing feedback. Feedback is also important, that whenever you are saying something, people have understood, or what you want to say, that also to be told and asked by the people that how they have understood or not. Here we are to the next step. Now, the 7 benefits of effective communication in personal and professional settings. So both fields are very, very important. Our personal life and our professional life, both are important. So if we know how to communicate, so that does what? Building trust. People will know that whenever we are going to consult such and such person, that person is reliable enough, will always tell something correct, something good. And if you are good enough to convey the message, then it prevents and solve different problems which are coming in your life. If you tell your things properly, whatever your thoughts are, what is the information you have to tell. So if you are in a trouble somewhere and you consult your friend, that is solved quickly because you are telling in a proper manner. And providing clarity and direction. If your friend is listening to you, then definitely, or your senior is listening, then that particular problem will be solved and a new direction will be given to you. creates better relationship, as we know that it always happens, isn't it? That people are not good listeners. They do not want to listen to their weaknesses, isn't it? So we have to be very particular about it, that we do not tell them on the face that this is your weakness, isn't it? So if you want to have good relationship with your friends, your colleagues, and in your workplace, it is important that you speak in proper manner and you convey your thoughts in a very good manner, and choice of words should be always numbered, and how you have to speak. Then effective communication increases engagements. When you are able to convey your message to the people, naturally you'll be getting more business and you will be getting more profit in your life. Improves productivity. See, now there is a leader and he has called for the meeting, and if he is able to convey the message to the team that this is how we are going to work, and this is what is the plan, in this manner we will all work together in a team, so then definitely it is going to improve productivity. And of course, it promotes team building. So when everybody is conveyed, everybody is happy, everybody tries to listen to you, then of course, team will be built and the results will be very, very effective. Now, the thing is how to feel more confident when you speak English. So getting more confident using the English language starts with practice. Yes, very, very important factor which we have to tell our students, that if you want to speak in English, first of all, you have to practice that. Without practicing, you cannot do. So the more you use the language, the less anxious you will feel when speaking. So students should be given more opportunities to speak in the classes. It should not happen that the teacher is only speaking and the students are just passive listeners. Then stay calm and speak slowly. This is most important factor. Remember that the textbook isn't the only English source you have. This we are telling all the time in our classes to our dear students, that textbook is not the only medium. You have, if you want to be more confident, listen to the news on TV, listen to the music, listen to the conversation. They can go to listen to the TED Talks, and they should read newspaper. So all this will give them a good practice. Practice speaking with other non-native speakers, so it will be best for them. Reward yourself and recognize your achievements. See, most important is you have to reward yourself. You have to say that you are good, then only you can do something, isn't it? Earlier also this message was conveyed, that say to yourself, I am the best, I can do, I will definitely do. So these things have to be said. Get yourself a language buddy who will always help you. So sometimes it happens that when we are speaking, we get hesitant. So phrases to use to avoid freezing. Supposing you are not getting some idea. So you can say, what's the word for it? Yes. Instead of keeping quiet, you can use this. How shall I put it? Means you are thinking and you want to say something. Now, let me think. This is also one of the phrases you can use. It's on the tip of my tongue means you are making the listener wait that yes, something is going to be said. You are not freezing. Now, that's an interesting question. Can you pause for a second? Let me think and tell you. So, how to improve your communication skills? Clearly state your goals, why you are here. Communicate what you want from the conversation and avoid starting with I. Start the topic right. Be respectful, nurture relationships by treating others the way you want to be treated. See, we always have this grudge that, see, this one is not paying respect to me. But first thing is, give the respect to others. Treat the people the way you want yourself to be treated. Then it will be done. Be timely and keep conversations on track by being consistent in your delivery. You have to continuously speak. Clarify your meaning. Make sure everyone understands what you are saying by using clear language. It is not important that flowery language you are using, isn't it? And concise sentences. Stay engaged. Keep the conversation going by asking questions, offering feedback, and staying positive. You have to be positive in every aspect, in every field. Then you will be confident enough. So we can say that effective communication gives us the better control, advanced professional image. If we are good enough, so everybody will be, impressed by us. So we will be projecting an advanced professional image. So if we are having effective communication, so better response we get from the stakeholders, and we are quick in solving our problems, strong decisions can be made, and more productivity can be had. And consistency in the workflow will also be very, very good, and strong business relations will be built. Thank you, everyone. I think I have conveyed my message.
Very nicely conducted, ma'am. You have covered actually everything, and the way you have emphasized on listening, the way you have used different ways to speak the same point in a different ways, that when we are angry, when we have to be polite. So a different modulation which you have emphasized is great. Anybody wants to ask anything? It was a great, means like you were unnecessarily hesitating in conducting the webinars. Ma'am, you were fabulous.